we should be working. Right, let's see if that works. Cool, blimey. That was some effort. And that's sorted. Go live on Tiki as well. So we're live on YouTube and TikTok. So this is going to be interesting. That works. Cool, blimey. That was some effort. And that's sorted. Go live on Tiki as well. Right. I think we might be there. Cool, blimey. That's hard work on the DJI. Wow. Definitely a little bit clunky. They need to get that sorted. How are we doing this morning? We are not at a car boot. Yes, we are not. But I've got something a bit more exciting, I think. Maybe, maybe not. We're going to be unboxing. If you saw my story on TikTok, you would have seen this ridiculous gaming pickup that I got. And yeah, so I'm not at a car boot this morning, but I did think that maybe I could do, I need to go through all this stuff that I picked up from where I got it from. We've got an Atari Lynx box full of games. So I'm going to go through everything that I picked up. I mean, loads of Atari games. There's so much stuff here that I got. It was ridiculous. An Amiga 600. There's so much stuff. What else did we get? We got this. This is ridiculous. An Atari XE. So what I wanted to do on this live is go through everything that I picked up from where I got it from and just see what we've got, because I genuinely have not gone through anything I got through all this. So I wanted to do it live. All these Atari games, Pac-Man, Gauntlet, Checkered Flag. I actually don't have any. I've got no Atari games in my collection whatsoever. So this was a really nice addition. I do already have an Atari Lynx. So with the pickup the other day, we have two. But what's lovely about this is this has just got a sticker, which is quite cool. This has just got a sticker that's got the Batman game in it, but this is the official Batman boxed Atari Lynx, which is, I thought that was awesome, having that kind of 90s sticker on it, but having the actual Batman Lynx is just exceptionally awesome. I mean, they're dusty, so this was a proper loft find. So this was a loft buy, really, in effect. So I was going to go through everything that I got and see what's here, because I honestly do not know. This is full of Amiga games. So ridiculous. Let's see how my live is doing. So right now I'm live on TikTok, but I'm also live on YouTube. So I have my DJI Pocket running here. So I've got no idea how. If I've missed it, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on TikTok. So I'm going to try and multitask on comments. I don't think there's hardly anybody watching me on YouTube, because I just don't go live on YouTube. So, but I wanted to record it and add it to the channel because I'm trying to grow YouTube at the moment. So I thought if I was doing one live, may as well do two. Right, how are we all doing? Have we got any comments in? The Atari Lynx was mint. That was the last question. If you've got a question and I've missed it and you really want to answer it, if I've missed it, I'm sorry. because I've been rabbiting on. If you want it answering, just drop it in again for me and I'll pick the comments up. So let me just swipe the screen because it means that I can see the pictures of the comments a bit bigger. James Pond 3. I don't know. Let's go through them and find out. I don't know what's in here. Well, I don't remember what's in here. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean them as I go through them because I did have some cloths. I kind of wanted, they're so dusty. They're so dusty. So maybe if we start with the Atari Lynx. So this was the Atari Lynx. I mean, everything is super dusty. These have come straight from a loft. I mean, that's cleaning up absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Wow. Aaron, no, the prices are paid. I bought this as a job lot, so I'm not going to value them individually. That would just take a bit too long, Aaron. Sorry, buddy. But I know the prices of a few items, so I can put some indicative pricing against it all. But this isn't a pricing stream, really. This is just a retro. This is more of a let's go through what I've got together because I haven't even been through it properly. And let's see what we've got. So it's less about what the value is and more about just appreciating what I got. I mean, I haven't even been through this box, to be honest. There's so much stuff here, it's ridiculous. Like this. Have you ever seen an Amiga pack like that? It's absolutely humongous. I've never seen one that big. Maybe once in my life. So I just wanted to go through and see if everything's here. I don't even know if the games are in here. I've got no idea. Amanda Crazy Lady, hello. I always, so I'm trying. That's how that's working. I think it looks like it's still live. Yeah. I'm trying to watch, I'm trying to watch the comments on YouTube and kind of facilitate them, but there's hardly anybody. People are dipping out of that, but everything's in it. Right, look, I'm going to just crack on because I'm kind of multitasking in my brains a little bit, kind of split in half really. Where did I pick these up from? I got these from someone that keeps stuff to one side for me. So, yeah. Atari Lynx box is 150. Yeah, that's what I would have said. Yeah. Yeah. Donna. Yeah. Yeah, everyone's obviously going to ask me where I got this pickup from. It wasn't from someone's house. It was from another place that keeps stuff aside for me. And they literally got them in that day when I turned up. So it was a bit of a lucky... it's just right place, right time with pickups sometimes. It wasn't marketplace. It wasn't anything like that. It was just right place, right time. Which happens... But that's kind of just part of being out in the wild. You know, being out in the wild, going to places and checking what they've got. That's, you know, that's kind of... sometimes what happens when you stumble across stuff, you know. Now, I've not fired this up, but that's the Atari Lynx. There we go. Amanda, thank you for that. Oh, Witty, do I have any retro consoles? I might have one or two. Yeah, it's actually in really good condition. I've not fired it up. I've got no idea. I've got no idea if the screen. So the Atari Lynx are, and the screens are notorious for failing on them. It's a little bit like the Sega and Game Gears. The Game Gears the screens are notorious and the sounds are notorious because of the capacitors. With the Atari Lynx, the screens are the same. They're notorious for failing. So I'll probably do a separate video on maybe firing that up and seeing if that works. But other than that, it looks like it's in really good condition. So I'm quite happy with that. So I'll give you 80 right now. Let me think about that. Well, I've got 2, so maybe I'll be moving one of them. Who knows? Who knows? I might move one of these. Not too sure. So it looks like this has come with the game. I just absolutely adore this Batman cover. I think if I was going to sell one of the Lynxes I've got, I definitely wouldn't sell the Batman. But I'm kind of one of those collectors where I absolutely love variants. So, and it's got the game in it as well. What have we got here? I don't even think my other one has the Atari Lynx. It's got both. It's got the console manual and the Batman instruction manual. And then, how cool are the Atari Lynx? Like, how cool are the Atari Lynx cartridges? They're so thin. How cool are they? Aren't they awesome? So, that's the first one. There's so much stuff to go through here. There's so much stuff to go through. Right, so that's the maybe we should stick with the Atari Lynx. Should we just go through everything that I got with the Atari Lynx? That could be a good shout, couldn't it? Did you have the Lynx, did you, Ben? Do CX rip off on prices? No comment. Yeah, Carly and I'm staying in, yeah. Yeah, I was. Do you know what it is? I had plans to go. Liverpool have got on a kilo sale, and I might go down there. But we struggled getting cover for the dog, for Ollie. But I was going to go to a kilo sale, and I was going to do a live in the kilo sale. But I also wanted to do a live and go through this. So yeah. So I just thought I wanted to go through this. It's been sat in this room all week. So anyway, that's the Atari Lynx. That's the Batman Atari Lynx. So that's a nice complement to the other one I've got. Which is also Batman, ironically enough. So let's put that to one side. Right, games. This is the box of Atari games. Now, the beauty is I don't have any Atari games. Well, apart from that. That needs to go. There's a big box. I mean, if you've just joined, this is a big box of Amiga games. And if you have just joined, I got a huge retro game pickup this week. And now I'm going to go through it. So that can go in there. But yeah, they're all dusty. Scrapyard Dog for the Atari Lynx. Legend, what's a kilo sale? It was a clothing kilo sale, so it's not really my thing. I don't really do clothing and things, but I just wanted to go and do a live stream and just see what it was about. But I've never heard of it until I started doing kind of TikTok and looking at other people's stuff. But it's a clothing kilo sale, so I think you pick a load of clothes and you pay 20 quid a kilo and it's all weight. So you just find a kilo worth of clothes, you put it in a bag, a bin bag, and you pay 20 quid for it. And it doesn't matter what you pick. I don't know. I've never been to one. I just fancied going to it and doing a live, but... Hey, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Thanks for the follow, Barking Mad. No car boot today. Yeah, I was Bolton. Bolton was I went to Bolton on Wednesday, and so I kind of had my car boot fixed then, but I wanted to do a different type of live today. So let's go through this. Is this got a poster in it? Oh my god! So that's the Atari Lynx cartridge. I just love the cartridges. They're awesome, aren't they? Let's have a look. This has got a poster in it. How cool is this? C reverse side for instructions. They don't do stuff like this anymore. I suppose GTA did that. Look at this. How cool is that? The original poster. And that's the instructions. Isn't that amazing? Can we, user not found, how you doing? Can we get a disc cleaning live? Absolutely. Yeah, I will. I keep meaning to do a disc cleaning live. I'll do one. I just need to bring the disc cleaner from the office home. So we'll do that. Right, that's the affair. Oh, you absolute ledge. Who sent that? Dan, thank you for the family heart, mate. I appreciate that. So if you can keep tapping the TikTok screen. If you're on, if you're watching me on YouTube, I want to say thank you for watching this video. I am live on TikTok at the same time right now. So if I'm having a conversation and there's no comments in the YouTube, it's because I'm live on TikTok at the same time. And if you are watching this on YouTube and you don't follow me, then follow me on TikTok as well. There are a few more lives on TikTok. So guys, for everybody on TikTok, I'm live on YouTube as well. So, and if you don't follow me on YouTube, go and give me a follow. The account's doing all right. We're up to like coming up to 2,500 followers on YouTube now. So that's grown really fast in the past 2 months. Mario, thanks for the follow. Right. What is in here? Is that another poster? Is that how they did their instructions? Is that how Atari Lynx did their instructions? So this is Super Squeak. Super Squeak. There you go. So that's interesting. Did the Atari Lynx do instructions on posters? Is that how they did it? Do you know what? I have never, ever, ever had any boxed Atari Lynx games. Ever. So I'm so glad to be adding these to the collection. Look, I don't think these have ever been opened. Wow. So is that what they did for all the instructions? They put them on posters. Absolutely awesome. I'll be surprised if many of them actually lasted, because that's the kind of thing that you'd stick on your wall as a kid, isn't it? Interesting. Yeah, I think it's cool as well. Guys, if you don't follow Dusty Cartridge and you've just dropped into the TikTok live, I'm a live car booter, and that's the same for anybody watching on YouTube. I'm a live TikToker, and I go live. Damien, thank you for the heart. I go live at Car Boots, mostly on TikTok. So if you don't follow me on TikTok and you're watching this on YouTube, then drop me a follow there and you'll get to see me live at Car Boots. And I'm not live at a car boot today because I wanted to do a different live this morning. So, mostly this. Right. Who remembers Gauntlet? That is such a good game, isn't it? Gauntlet. Look at that for the Atari Lynx. Isn't that amazing? Wow. I wonder what the poster's like in this one. Very cool. Dan, thanks for the donut. Guys, if we can tap the screen, we need to try and get to 10K as fast as we can. If you've got any fingers left, give us some, tap the screen, give us some likes. I'm currently bidding on a few items. Oh, right, what are you bidding on eBay? What are you bidding on? Has this got a poster? Oh, so, there's no game in that. Oh, no, there is. Woohoo! So there you go, the Atari Lynx. That's Atari Lynx Gauntlet. Actually, that isn't a poster. 1 to 4 players with the link up. There you go. Gauntlet. Oh, thank you for the thank you for all the gifts, everybody. Guys, I just want to say thank you to all my top gifters up here. Thank you so much. And who have we got? We've got Dan the Man, and we've got I think we've got Amanda, haven't we? And I think is that Amanda up there? Yeah, and Amanda. Guys, just give my top gifters some love. And yes, we need to try and get to 10k. And if you want to give these guys a follow for their support, that would be amazing. Right, next. Checkered flag. GameCube and a Nintendo DS. Yes. Oh my God. Dan the man is watching loads on eBay. That's the problem when you get the bug, isn't it? That when you get the retro gaming bug, you start watching everything, don't you? Actually, do you know what? I tell you what I do need to do. I should have set that phone up. The reason why I'm looking over here is because I'm looking at this phone. Just looking to see. I should have set that up differently, actually. Just a bit too late now. Maybe. Give us 1 sec. I'm going to see. I got this really cool device from AliExpress. I should have done this actually first, thinking about it. So this is a very cool adapter, guys. Can you just give me a minute or two? I just want to see if I can get this set up, and then I can, if any comments come in on the YouTube live, I can just try and answer them as well. Okay. Well, this is a bit of a learning process for me because this is my first YouTube live. Let me just see if I can. Oh, that might work. No. I'm just going to see if I can clip this round here. Get a connection. Right, I'm going to go missing for a sec. I'm doing this in the wrong order, aren't I? Oh, got it. Well, that'll work. Nice one. Right. Can I put that on there? Right. Ah, brilliant. We are set up. Right. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Thank you. Let me get back to your questions. Right. We're good. I can see myself here. I can see the questions on YouTube. And you want to see this setup? Like, I mean, I'm going to say it, but I look like, I do actually genuinely now look like a proper streamer. I should have got face tracking. Should have put face tracking on that, shouldn't I? There we go. I've got a phone here. I've got a phone here, and I've got my DJI there. Yeah. You know when you go to, you know when you see all these influencers over in China, in Hong Kong, and Japan, and they've got all the cameras around filming themselves. This is literally what this looks like right now. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Right, the only thing is I can't keep that charged up. I just need to charge this one up. Right, we're good. Oh, Brian, hello mate, thank you for the heart. 6k, yes. We do need to get to 6k as quick as we can. It's Sunday, yeah, why not car boot? That's a good question. Why aren't I at a car boot on a Sunday? I just, to be honest with you, I've had two reasons. One, I was going to do a different live this morning. I was going to go to Liverpool and do a kilo sale at a clothing event, but we couldn't get cover for Ollie, and they don't allow dogs. And I wanted to do this live as well. And I've had just such a busy week. I'm trying to really push YouTube and get lots of content on YouTube. So I've spent a best part of this week kind of fine-tuning the YouTube content and editing. So yeah. In all honesty, I kind of wanted a little bit of a lie-in this morning because I was pretty knackered. Right, let's crack on. We've got checkered flag. Have we looked at checkered flag yet? Have we been through this game? Cheers, mate. Dan. Yeah, the Super Nintendo one. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's in really good condition, actually. A lot of the stuff in my collection now is in really good condition, because over the years, when I've got duplicates, I've moved on my duplicate and kept the mint. So over the years, I've been upgrading everything in the collection to try and get everything as mint as possible. And I'd say probably 90%. I've got about 300 to 350 boxed Game Boy games. And I would probably say that the majority of those games, the Game Boy games, are probably in mint condition. The boxes are in mint condition. But it's always good practice to upgrade your boxes as you go through. And if you can't, and if you don't lose any money on the upgrade, but you can upgrade to like a better condition box. Collectors, really hardcore collectors, as a general rule, only want mint stuff, unless it's a really rare game and it's just hard to get. Whoever is tapping the screen on YouTube, thank you very much. We don't have many viewers on YouTube, but we've got, between 100 and 150 on TikTok. So live streaming on YouTube is a little bit new to me. Right, how cool is that? Checkered flag with the instructions on the back. Do you know what I love about is how they used to display the games? In fact, in fairness, that's quite reasonable, because they look like they're actually using real screenshots from the game. I wonder how they used to get screenshots off the game them days. Were they in the 90s? Were they able to screenshot? Because they're screenshots, aren't they? So they must have been able to screenshot in the 90s. I can't remember. To add them on to the design. Interesting thought. Shot by Court, you were going to go. Yeah, I've just given it a miss. The thing is, with Bolton, there's so many resellers that go to Bolton that realistically, unless you get there really early, it's quite hard to get some deals, unless you're a little bit like me and you find those really quirky things that are worth decent money. But it's hard. It's hard to get decent deals at Bolton unless you're really early. So I just didn't fancy getting up at 4 this morning, to be honest with you. Absolute classic game. Look at that. Need to move that a bit closer to here. We've got Pac-Land. Now I remember playing Pac-Land in the proper cabinet, and it was at my youth club that you had a Pac-Land in the youth club. But Jesus, what a game Pac-Land was. I don't even think I ever completed it. I can't remember how far I got on Pac-Land. I'm going to have to fire that up. But what a game. Look, it's even got, see the hang tag, the hang tag's moved. Probably took pictures of the script. Oh, do you think that's how they did it? Ah, really? Do you think? I don't know, I'm not too sure, Dan. The pictures on that poster looked pretty decent, to be honest with you. I think you'd be able to tell if you took a picture of a screen. Plus, in the 90s, TVs weren't flat, were they? They were rounded. They looked too clear to be actual pictures, Should we see what posters in Pac-Land? So Pac-Land has the game as well. There we go. Pac-Land has the game. 1K to go. Oh my God, nearly there. 10K. You absolute leggies. Leggies. DC crew in the house. Nearly at 10,000 likes. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I know, Dan. Got no idea. Well, let's have a look at this poster. Because I'll have a look. Those... Oh, no, maybe you're right. They do look a little bit fuzzy, to be honest, mate. Yeah, no, they must have done it like that. They do look a bit fuzzy. Yeah, I think you could be right. Ah, mate, the posters, the posters in the Atari Lynx are absolutely amazing. Oh my God, aren't they? And look at the instructions. It's like a comic book, isn't it? Like a comic strip. But yeah, can you see? Have a look at that. Can you see how it kind of looks a little bit blurry? It doesn't look very sharp, and actually you can see the shadowing. Can you see the shadowing? I'll have to show both cameras because I'm live on TikTok. So look at that. Can you see how the shadowing there? And we'll show YouTube. Yeah, the shadowing. I think you're right. Yeah, Dan, you must be 100% right, mate. I think they must have took pictures of the screen, like photographs. Because yeah, there's definitely CRT shadowing there round. You can see it mostly on the text. Yeah. But the posters. I never knew the posters, like the instructions were like this for the Atari Lynx in all the years collecting. Wow. I don't even think these have ever been opened. 10K, you legend. Can we try and hit 15K? Can we keep going? Have you got any fingernails left? Any skin left on the nail, on the fingers? Oh, Damien, you absolute legend. Thank you, Damien. Thank you for your support, pal. I appreciate that. Warren, thank you for the follow, mate. If you don't follow Dusty Cartridge, drop me a follow. And on YouTube, if you love retro gaming, please give me a follow. I am a huge retro game collector, but I'm also a car booter. We go to car boots, and on Wednesdays, Saturday and Sundays through summer, I'm usually at a car boot and I'm usually live on TikTok. Carlene's in the house. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, we completed the first stage. You absolute legends, guys. Can you give my top gifters some love up here, guys? If you give them a follow, let's support the community. Give these guys a follow for me. Just need to buy one of those. Yeah, I do. I know. Someone said to me I should get an auto tapper and just attach it. Either put it on the computer or attach it to the... What do they look like? Is it a finger that just does this? Right. Okay, so there's a couple more bits for the Atari Lynx that we need to take a look at. If you've just joined on TikTok, or you've just joined on YouTube, we are unboxing the holy... Well, it's not the holy mother of collections or pickups. I've had pickups better than this. I mean, I've had pickups 10 times better than this, believe it or not. But this is definitely... I'd say this pickup's got to be in the top 3 or top 5 for me. But we got an Atari Lynx with how many games? 5 or 6 games and a few accessories. Down here, I can't. Can you believe I'm resting the cleaner on top of this? So if you just joined, this was part of the pickup. We got a Commodore Amiga 600, we got this Atari XE, and in fact, there's loads of stuff. And an Atari XL. And I haven't even been through the Atari XL box. It's ridiculous how much stuff I got. This is very cool. What's in here? Look at that. Yeah, Warren, they did. Yeah, they did. But that's I think they did. Warren's saying that they always had huge boxes for just such little CDs, and they did. But the CDs are in this one. I did check this, but this is like an £80 game. This is an 80 quid game. In fact, I can't wait to put this up. $29.99 sticker on it. It's got a $29.99 sticker. But this is cool. Check this pouch out. A boxed Atari Lynx pouch. I don't even think I've ever seen. I think I've got the Atari Lynx pouch, but it's loose. I don't have it boxed. I've never seen a boxed one. Wow. Shall we open this up and see what's inside? I don't even think that's been used, eh? Wow. There you go. Is that for a belt? Oh no, it's a little carry pouch. There you go. Amazing. Wow. I'm so happy with the Atari Lynx stuff. I'm not gonna disclose how much I paid for all this. It was a really good price for me, and they were ecstatic with how much I gave for them. But I reckon if I was to sell the Atari Lynx and a few games, it probably will pay for absolutely everything, but I'm not going to sell them because they're going into my collection. But that gives you an idea of potentially what I paid for all this. Right. I won't say in case my wife is watching. You know, my wife. Yeah, Miss Dusty allows me to pretty much buy whatever I want. It's her money's hers, mine's mine. And I'm a bit lucky. Oh, look what I've just found. Cool, blimey. Right, so this isn't... Oh, look at that. Look at that. 1990, copyright 1990. I can't say the word on here, just in case, but again, I don't even think it's been used. So there you go. Right. There's some kind of old headphones in there that have seen better days. But yeah, good point. I could use that as an excuse. 90-day video game card. 90 days, so that's an Atari Lynx warranty card. That was what I was gonna show you. Lynx accessories, look at that. Oh, so it was £99, was it? Oh, look at that. It's the original. I don't know if that came. The Lynx pouch was $8.90. What was that? $8.99. The Batman Atari Lynx was £99. Let's show YouTube. There we go. The cigarette. They got everything. The cigarette adapter. $11.99. Actually says, yeah. I probably shouldn't have said that, but it doesn't really matter. Lynx 2. So that's the Lynx 2. Ah, so it's the Lynx 2, isn't it? They did 2 Lynx. I always forget this. They did 2 Atari Lynxes, didn't they? Yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah. A lot of people weren't that bothered about the Lynx, to be honest with you. Paul, thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for reposting that, mate. But there you go. So it looks like that Batman Atari Lynx that we got with this. Where is it? Was 99 quid. and a big list of all the software. They call it software. Look at that. Links software. Right, well that needs to go in that box, doesn't it? That wasn't a Game Gear. Cars don't have them adapters. Yeah, that's right. Sunny Sam. I like playing. I like playing the Game Boy for a handheld console, but I also really like the Mega Drive and the SNES as well. So I'd say Game Boy, Mega Drive and SNES are my favourite consoles to play. Okay. Right. Definitely should have put a belt on. Right. That's the Atari Lynx stuff. Let's go through. I'm excited to go through the Amiga collection, to be honest. So let's have a look at this. First one on the list is Mortal Kombat, obviously. Wow. Has it got the original? No, it's not. No, it's not. It has. It's got the original receipt. Look at that. And it's actually got, do you know what makes this extra special? It's actually got the name of the game on the receipt. This is why this stuff is in so good condition. Because people that keep receipts usually keep the games in good condition, which is a bit of a random thing to say. But through the years and years of collecting, I've always found receipts in good, like, condition, boxed gaming stuff. But there you go. So on the 5th of January, 94, at 5:20, Beryl from Coast Computing. Oh, that's in Southport. That's a Southport number, 0704, because we added the 1. Coast Computing sold Mortal Kombat for $29.99, and it's actually got, I think we had looked before, it's got the price on the front of the box. So how amazing is that? Oh, thanks for the repo shot by Court. I wasn't even, were you not even born then? Favourite games? Do you know what? Favourite games, Mario Kart and Mortal Kombat have always been my favourite games. And it looks like we've got both, which is random. So I always find that peculiar. You see how the two games... If you don't know what these are floppy disks. That's what these are. But it always got me that one has a label and the other doesn't have a label. So I don't. Yeah, that always got me. Don't know why that's the case. They did, Richard. Yeah. Yeah, they did. Well, check this one out. This is a multi-box. Look at that. Nick Faudo's Golf, Chaos Engine, Pinball and Syndicate. Now I think there's 2 syndicates in there. So I do need to, and that's how these came. It was like that. Or maybe, I don't know how they fitted them in. I don't know how they fitted them in actually. That's bloody huge. I haven't seen one. I can't even remember seeing one like that. That's awesome. That's how you used to get stuff, isn't it? Right, where are we up to? Games. RoboCod. Drinks coasters. I think people use them. Well, yeah, people are saying they're using CDs for drink coasters, aren't they? We got James Pond Robo Cod. That was such a good game. That was such a good playable game. Another one of my favourite. And I'm pretty sure, I'm sure I must have these, the James Ponds. JJJ, where would J be? JKL, JG. James Pond, yeah. James Pond 2. These are really tight in here. Let's see if I can get... Ooh, we made it. There you go. So, RoboCod. So, James Pond on the Amiga. Oh, James Pond 2 RoboCod on the Amiga. And then we've got James Pond 2 on the Mega Drive. And that's James Pond 3. I think I've got James Pond, the first one. I think I've just got that loose. I don't think I've got that boxed. One of my biggest regrets really was not buying more Mega Drive and Sega and SNES games. I wish I'd bought more, like when I was collecting, kind of pre-COVID. I slowed down collecting during COVID, and it's only over the past 12 months since kind of launching Dusty Cartridge that I've started back up, and that was, it's not got the game in that. Shitter, unless it's in there. No, that's a shame, isn't it? Unfortunately, it doesn't have the game in that. It's probably in here somewhere. It could be in another box. It could be. Right, Smash TV was another classic. Check that out. Again, artwork. Why was the artwork? I don't know if that's a bit too loud. Is that a bit better? Oh, look at that little printer. Wow. What has he printed out there? There's some printouts in it. Depth. Is that a baby? Is that a baby scan? Is that a baby scan? In the box. It says body. Ha! I'm going to put that to one side. It's different. Yeah. Yeah. Has it got a year on it? I don't know. Unless it's part of this. Is it part of the game? No, it's got no name on it. I don't know, it looks like computer. It looks like computer paper, which is weird. No, there's no name on it. I know it would be interesting to find that out, wouldn't it? I'll leave it in. I'll leave it to one side because I know it came out of Smash TV. I don't think it'd be part of the game, that would it? Interesting. No name on it. Interesting. I could maybe contact the person that I got them off but they'd have to find the person they got it off. So maybe. Sonny. Sonny's saying maybe it was when the game was a baby. It looks like computer paper, which looks strange. So I don't know if maybe it's genuinely part of the game. Is there a poster in here? Oh my God, there's a poster. So it looks like Smash TV. Ocean always did amazing games, didn't he? Ocean did amazing games. We got the Smash TV booklet and the poster. Should we open this poster up? Wow. Wow. This is never, ever. This is a first time. So this is mid-90s poster opening for the very first time. Wow. This has never been opened. Oh shit, then he drops it. Wow. This is what I love about collecting. This is the stuff that, look at that. This has never been opened. I want to try and put it back the same way. Look at that, it's humongous. How amazing is that? Wow. Well, that's a first time. That's the first time. So if this game was about 95, 05, 15, 25. So that poster has been folded for 30 years. And we've just opened it live. This is the fun part, I think, about collecting. This is the fun bit about it. This is the bit that I think I enjoy. So it got, oh no, it says 1990. Smash TV, 1990. It won't be mid-90s, will it? Because it's Amiga. So it's 35. 35. Wow. That hasn't been opened for 35 years. Yeah, that's definitely the fun bits. That's the fun about collecting. And like finding the receipts and then obviously finding baby monitor. Random stuff. Maybe the missus put it in there. The baby scan. Oh my goodness. She's not telling me something. 15k, yeah, give your hand a rest, eh? Cheers, mate. Richard with the conspiracy. I know, I gotta be honest. So the baby, oh, Sonny, yes, yes, you are right. 100%, that's really good thinking. If this is a baby, if these are a baby scans, because it says body on it. It says body. I think they're both the same. I think they must have done a better printout of the same thing. Actually, do you know what? I think what might have happened there. Right? Do you know what I think it is? I reckon they had a printer. That looks like a printer from a, how has it been cut? I bet you, because it feels like 1980s, 90s printer paper, like the thermal paper. I don't think it's dot matrix. Could be maybe a thermal type thing, maybe. They had thermal paper in there because the Game Boy printer and paper was thermal. But it looks like thermal. It actually looks like Game Boy paper, that's what it looks like, but that one's a little bit bigger. Anyway, I reckon what's happened is, I reckon they've took a picture or they've scanned the original and he's printed it out on his Amiga or Commodore printer and added it in here and just put it in here for whatever reason. But I reckon that's what that is. Or his wife has put it in there. Well, his wife wouldn't put it in there because then when he opens to play the game, she'd be like, oh, are we having a kid? So that wouldn't work. Anyway, interesting. I'm going to put it back in the box. Either that or somewhere in this game, there's babies. And for some random reason, you can print them out. So, but yeah, good point. That's what I was going to say. Whoever that is now 35. That was such a good call. Congratulations on your new baby. You absolute legend. Oh my goodness. Yeah, very, very, very good. So, well, that's interesting. We should keep that in the box because it's kind of part of the provenance, isn't it? I like stuff like that when it's part of the provenance. Oh, you get a free poster. That's what it is. Look at that. Jesus, that was a selling point. The free poster was a selling point in 1990. And the surprise, you're now pregnant. They should have you're now pregnant sticker up there. Right, no game in that one, but that is part of that other pack. Funny. It's a boy. I can't tell. It just says body. It was too early. Too embryo. You're having a Game Boy. Congratulations, you're having a Game Boy. Just check with doesn't. Yeah, I should. A free poster and a baby inside. Random. It is funny, but that is random, isn't it? Good morning. I didn't go, user. Didn't go. No, I didn't go to Bolton this morning. No, it was just too early for me, and I've had quite a long week, and I needed a lie-in. Plus, I wanted to do this live. This stuff's been sat here for so long. People do for games, yeah. I guess you're having a girl. Because on good questions. Yeah, shot by court. I didn't go because shot by court didn't go. Exactly that. True. Too true. Right. So let's move on. Let's move on. I'm cleaning this because the Syndicate game goes in here. God, this is massive, guys. It's so big. God blimey. I shouldn't have put me dusty cartridge top on for this, should I? Let's have a look. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Right, how is all this? I'm only doing this because I've got the Syndicate game. So we're missing pinball from the. How did they go in here? How did they go in here? It just makes complete no sense whatsoever. That can't be right, can it? How did they? How can you make this work like that? That doesn't work. Does that work? That doesn't work. Are they all the same size? Oh, like that. No. This is like, what are those games? There's obviously a way of doing this. Does that go up there? And then maybe the other game there. I'm kind of thinking, I kind of feel like the other game should go there. Right. Let's put that to one side and see if we can find the pin. Should we find the... Oh, there it is. I got it. It's got two. This guy had two of everything. What is that about? That's got no game in it, unless he's put all the games in there. So there's the pinball game. That makes that big box a complete set now. So that's nice. We both wanted lions, we did. Yeah, that's true. That was the mystery of boxes. How come you can open... But that's just the same for everything, isn't it? How come you can open something and then not put it back together again? Some of the comments on the live were filtered. Is someone being rude? Is someone being rude on my live? That box is a bit beat up, isn't it? Right, are we ready? Was I right? Shall we see? How did that happen? Hopefully the sound on YouTube is good. I don't know. It looks like there's a couple of people watching on YouTube. Can I see anything? Nope, can't see anything. Can anyone on YouTube watching, can you comment and let me know? There's been a drop. There's one person watching. Is this going to work? Oh yeah, that's how it, that must have been. It feels a bit tight. No, I think we're good. That must be how it is. Yep. Oh yes. There we go. How are we liking that? What are you lot watching? What are you lot laughing at? Oh my God, Stephen Bowman. Is that the boxes when you can't put stuff back together again? What is that about? But I did it. I've done it. Level 1 completed. Level 1 completed. Look at that. That'll be how they came. Yes, son. How do you like that? How do you like them apples? Sonny, good question. Sonny is asking, do all the games work after all them years? A majority of the time, yeah. For the Game Boy stuff, a lot of the time, yeah, they're really resilient. With the CDs, they do degrade over time. Floppies do degrade. Absolutely, they do degrade. And it's not just that. They even when you used to use Amiga floppies, if they were used too much, sometimes they would just get damaged anyway. But over time, I'd imagine potentially, yeah, disc 1, disc 2, disc 3. I wonder where all the games are for in there then. I wonder where they've gone. There you go. The 3 games for Pinball Madness. Oh, this is for Pinball Fantasies, not Madness, it was Fantasies. Yeah, they do degrade. So they have the electronic film in there. So, but yeah, they do degrade. But I think on the most part, I think a lot of them still work now if they've been looked after relatively reasonably. I think it's okay, to be honest with you. I think they're all right. Is that upside down? There we go. What else is in here? How's that for a game? What is that game? Skid marks. Has anyone got skid marks? Can you do me a favour, drop a comment, let me know if you've got skid marks? Oh, Richard, yours worked great, brilliant. I remember actually putting the thumb in the film and killed it. Yeah, they could, that could happen. What a game. Has anyone played skid marks? Has anyone tried to complete the skid marks? Have we got any more jokes we could throw into that? What I did this morning. Richard got skid marks. He found out he's got skid marks this morning, apparently. Wife just checked I'm good for a change. Dear, oh dear. Oh, and the original receipt. Let's find out how much a skid mark cost. Coast Computing. Skid marks cost $25.99. So there we have it. So you've heard it here first. The price for a skid mark is $25.99. And the cost to get rid of it is about 20p in the washing machine. So there you go. Been to Bootle. Alright, just my opinion. Well done, mate. You went to Bootle Car Boot. Yeah, do you know what? You've just reminded me. I should have done Bootle Car Boot and then gone up to the clothes thing this morning. Yeah, that was a good point. I probably should have done that. In fairness, I did need a lie-in. But I'm glad you got some stuff that were decent, mate. What Blu-rays did you get? Are there any free pants in the box? Do you know what? That would have been such a good marketing idea, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that have been such a good marketing idea? I've got, I had a different cloth. These cloths are pretty filthy because all this stuff is so dirty. Yeah, that would have been such a good marketing idea, wouldn't it? Buy the game skid marks and get a free pair of briefs. That's such a good idea. Yeah. Doing a... No, skid marks are a great name. I mean, that's such a good name. Think about it from a marketing perspective. I mean, like, how good is it to have, you know, skid marks? It's raising awareness. I think it's a great name. Gets you talking. Hey, we're talking about skid marks 35 years later, so they've done something right. True. Yeah, exactly, Sonny. That's what I'm saying, mate. That's what I'm saying. People remember the name. I left in the loft. Richard's saying that when he left his house, you left an Amiga 4,400 games in the loft. Did you forget about it, or did you just not think it was worth grabbing when you moved? Because it's only really over the past 10 to 20 years that this stuff, in the 90s, when people were getting rid of this stuff, they were just getting rid of it, weren't they? You know. They weren't as sentimental about it as we are now. People played skid marks with just their... Oh, I've just found a big box of games. So, whoa, what are these? These are cool. A special game version for the Commodore Amiga. Oh, Putty. Who remembers Putty? And Pushover. Featuring Giant. Who remembers them games? What? I remember Putty. I do remember Putty. I don't remember the software. See, this is how games should have come, isn't it? But you're right. They came in big bloody boxes. Wow. Ah, thank you, Miss Dusty. Thank you for the rose. Yeah, well, the thing is, though, mate, Richard, you know, you left the Amiga and all the games there. But, you know, if you're my age, mid-40s, all the cars that we've sold, all the Novas and the GTIs and the SRIs and the XR3Is, XR2Is, that now some of those are worth thousands, some of them in decent condition, tens of thousands. And I remember looking at an XR2i, a red one, because they were always red, weren't they? And it had an immobilizer issue for like £1,500. You know, all them cars now. So we can look back and we can talk about all the stuff that we've not, you know, that we've sold on or we've not kept. And there's loads of stuff, isn't there? Loads of stuff. Right. Chaos. Oh, right, here we go. I think this is all the stuff for that big box. So we can start populating that big box now and getting it complete. I'm a bit of a sucker for making sure all my games are complete. I'm like a completist. It has to have all the manuals, all the inserts and everything. I'm a thorough game collector, that's for sure. There's something in here that we are all going to remember. Wow. Can anyone remember what the first version of Adobe Photoshop was? Do you remember what we used to use? Now, who remembers this? Alien Breed. God, I used to love that game. I found it really hard. It was such a hard game. There we go. Alien Breed. Special edition. They do a special edition big box version of this, and it's incredibly expensive. I think I've had one. I think I've had it before, and I've sold it and got really good money for it. Oh, this is the special edition actually. Price in 1990, $10.99 for an Amiga game. That was quite cheap, I think. Then actually, that was and Team 17. Haven't Team 17 gone now? Are they liquidated, or are they still going, Team 17? I can't remember. I remember looking at the share price for Team 17. I wish I'd bought some. Your trucks, yeah. God, I remember seeing Super Nintendo and NES games at the car boot and not buying them. I remember when people couldn't get rid of them at car boots. I remember going to car boots and the people not being able to get rid of them. You got your 1200 now. Yeah, I've got the 600, and I did the 500. I've got the 1200 as well, and I've got the Commodore 64. In my shed, I've got about 4 or 5 Commodores, and 2 of them are boxed, that I got last year from car boots, and I've just not gone through them yet. Yeah, 56. What type of games are the rarest? Seems to be horror. Seems to be a lot of horror games are the rarest, but and the most expensive as a general rule. But there are games that just were never released as well. There's a lot of games that were never released in Europe or were discontinued, or some games were released and then were pulled off the shelf. They're incredibly rare. And then there's some games that just didn't sell very well. There's a lot of games that just really didn't sell. And over time, obviously now they're incredibly desirable because a lot of people in the collector community, they want a complete set of games. So you've got to try and find the rarer ones. So it's really bumped the value of them up, really. Who remembers this? This was like the very first version of Photoshop. Wow, deluxe paint. Jesus, I remember using that. Wow. Yeah, Sonny, remember that? Commodore 16 was your first, yeah? Gee whiz, mate. Core. Back to basics there. There you go. Absolute cracker. Right. I haven't been down this far. When I bought all this, I put my head in the box and just had a quick scan through it. So I had an idea of what was in there, but didn't really go for a deep dive on it. We got the Mortal Kombat manual for that box, so that's good. There we go. So that's a bonus. So that's complete now. Wow. I mean, that's going to go nice in someone's collection, that. I don't know what I'm doing with the Commodore stuff yet. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it. But for now, that's complete. The game, the original receipt, and the box. Unfortunately, the manuals had a mishap, but at least that's complete. Look at this. What have we got in here? Look at that. Do you know these boxes are actually worth 15, 20 quid now, believe it or not. Is that what it did? Is that how much they were? The Amigas? Yeah, they were actually 500 quid, weren't they? Yeah, I remember when they first came out. Wow. Floppy disks, exactly. Sonny. Yeah, they sell these. People buy these. Yeah. Yeah, the people buy the boxes. When I go to car boots, if people are selling these for a pound or two, you can pick them up dead cheap. I'll just do a bundle of them, like 2 or 3 for 30 or 40 quid. People will pay good money for good quality ones of these, you know. But it looks like this. Wow. What is in here? Right, well, we've got Chaos Engine. Oh, there's loads. There's World Cup 94. World Cup 94. We've got Pushover. Yes. Oh dear. That's the bloody... Oh shit, that's the... excuse me. That's the dust from in here. Pinball. Do you all the notes? Do you remember doing notes for how games loaded? Do you remember that? Pinball Fantasies quick game came up white enable disc 1, did reload next game, quit again, put disc 1 in, came up disc error. One player game. Oh, you can't see it. There you go. One player games. Some demos. I just love looking at like how people. Right, we've got pushover. So we've got pushover. So we can make that complete. Put it all back together again. Never understood. I know. Well, I think that's such a good question. Richard's saying, never understood why they had a lock and key. Do you know what it was? What I think it is probably from an office point of view. So when you used to have an office and you probably had important information on them, they probably psychologically thinking, oh, well, at least someone just can't walk over and open it up. But you would either just take the whole thing away or you would just smash the top of it to get in. So the lock and key is completely pointless on them when you actually logically think about it. Such a good point, though. It is a good point. Right, what else have we got in here? Benchmark, Amida Benchmark. What's that? Oh, is that like the OS? Is that like the OS? Yeah. They are actually. Yeah, I've sold bundles of floppies and got really good money for them. Separating them out is the best thing. So separating them out. I tell you what, yeah, floppies have got value. If you can pick up floppies for next to nothing, definitely buy them. And the best way to sell them is just to bundle them up on eBay. That's the best thing to do. Demo discs seem to sell really well as well, but separate them all out. I've had masses and masses of these, and I just split them all out into. I think I split them out into what magazine they came from, because people are missing certain things from mags. But demo discs and floppies have got value. You can sell an half decent bundle of 50 to 100 for, I think, I'd say between 20 and 40 quid, depending on what games are in there. It's definitely worth if you've got a load. If you've got a load, go through them. Yeah, they've all got, oh, we forgot about these. Oh, put these to one side. Look at this. Bionic, look at that. Look at the artwork. Hey, that looks like a good game. Holy moly. Bionic Commando. Look at that. Doesn't that look like an awesome game? That's a proper platform game. I love platform games. That's the kind of game I would play. Look at that. Cassettes. Curtis, thank you for the follow. Cassettes. Guys, if you don't follow Dusty Cartridge, make sure you give a follow. And on YouTube, if you've just joined on YouTube, I am filming on TikTok at the same time. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more retro gaming action. Cassettes. I don't think cassettes are. Look at that. It's a trifold. But look at that. Look at the games you could buy. Certain artists in cassettes are worth money. A friend of mine found Eminem's original, Eminem's first album, and he reckons that was worth between 15 and 20 quid. Yeah, there are some incredibly rare cassettes, music cassettes, that I think just have never been ported over to CD that are worth a few quid. But yeah, it's a little bit like vinyl. There's a lot of money in vinyl now, isn't there? But cassettes are becoming a bit more valuable. There you go. We've repaired that, but that's Bionic Commando. How amazing is that game? So we're slowly getting through these, or at least we're making them complete as well. So we're putting them back home, aren't we? So I like that. I like the fact we're putting it back home. Grand Prix, I've got that on a few. I think I've got that on every single platform that I've got in here. There's a game in there. Doesn't feel like the game's in there though. No, I'm sure it'll be in there. I'm not sure if I saw it. Gunship 2000. The manuals, yeah, the manuals were massive, weren't they? What's that about? Right. What else we got in here? Christmas Lemmings. Christmas Lemmings. Yay, there's Nick Faldo's Golf. There we go. Nick Faldo's Golf. Brilliant. We can start putting that huge box together. There you go, look at that. Scala. What is that? Home Video Tyler. A full program. Scala. What else has he got in here? Could have all sorts on here, couldn't he? Pictures or whatever. Your Don game. CY. Question marks. Oh, playable demo. Alien Breed, but he's got that. Oh, there's skid marks. What's he got in the back here? Yay, there's the manual for pushover. There we go, we've got the manual for pushover. That's a bonus. Look at that. Little stickers for your floppies. Little sticker for your floppy. Right, hopefully we've got the game. I'm hoping the game's in there. Oh no, that's pushover. Oops. Right, so, oh, that's good. We've got the manual with that now. So that's back home. There we go. Pushover, complete game. Right, what else have we got? Chaos Engine, that can go in that big box we've got, so that's all right. World Cup 94. This 2 of 2. Don't think we've got the box for that, just a random World Cup game. That can just stay there. Looks like we've got some empty, oh no. The Blues Brothers. Mouse Needed. Golf Inferno. Lemmings. Video Blues Brothers. Blues Brothers. Chuck Rock. One player game, Chuck Rock. One player game, some demo. It's got a little sticker on there. What's he got on there? Demos. Arabian Nights plus extras. See, there's collectors that love buying these floppies and seeing what's on them, seeing what games are on there. Magic Pockets. Hey, RoboCod. Yes, RoboCod. Right, where was that game? There we go. We have the game for the box. So we're just missing putty now. And an extra pinball, I think. How do you get that open? Right, we're good. The $1.99 range, I do. Yeah, I do. You get games for $1.99. The cassettes. Did they do floppies for $1.99? There you go. RoboCod is now in the box. That's another one we've got complete. That's great news, right? Grand Prix is missing. I'm going to put the empty ones there. So they're all complete. That's good news. Apart from Deluxe Paint, we're actually missing Deluxe Paint as well, I think. So RoboCod's done. Bionic Commando and Pushover's now all complete. What else have we got? Oh, putty. Yes. Oh, and Deluxe Paint. I've found them. Yes. Oh, nice one. Brilliant. That's great news. Right, what we got here? Chaos Engine. Some codes. Level. Chaos Engine. Who remembers? Now, here's a blast from the past. Who remembers writing down all the level codes and the cheat codes on your pieces of paper and keeping them with the game? Do you remember writing your cheat codes down? Lemmings on there, all lemmings. There you go. Screenshot this if you want lemmings levels. Brilliant. Yeah, Amanda, lemmings. I enjoyed lemmings as well. I've got it on every platform. Oh, putty. Right. It says on the putty floppies, Arcade Software Limited, free with the Amiga 600. That's what it says on the CD sticker. So you must have got that with the. So we got that. Oh, hang on. Ah, there it is. So are both those games free with that then? Oh, that's complete now then, isn't it? Push over. Yes. Right. Well, that's great news, because that means that I bet that box is complete now. Right. So that's the Amiga 600 that I picked up this week. That's why this box is small to go in here. Because yeah, look, the little ant and the ant. So it means that probably be able to make that complete. Does it say that on there then? Yeah, push over. Push over, it says free with the Amiga 600. That's why the boxes are small to go in that. Brilliant. Wow. Oh, that's good news. And we've got the deluxe paint. Art disc, animation disc, program disc. Right, well, we can make that. I'm sure deluxe paint's quite like an expensive game to buy now. I'm sure. I remember seeing it and thinking, bloody hell, is that how much that's worth now? Might be a 20, 30 quid game that now, you know. Well, it's not really a game, is it? But it's in nice condition that as well, isn't it? Right, well, that's good news. So, wow. We're getting through it, guys. We're getting through it. We're doing all right. Right. Grand Prix we don't have. Let's see. Oh, Grand Prix, look what I've just found. Look. Simon the Sorcerer. We raved about it. You can't wait for it. Discover the challenge of the Monkey Island 2 better in our exclusive playable demo from AdventureSoft. Adventure games will never be the same again. That's what it says. Simon the Sorcerer. 1 megabyte only. 1 megabyte only. Right, disc 1, disc 2, disc 3. And we now have Grand Prix complete. So, hey, I think we've done all right. I think the only game we might be missing is pinball. Right. Just want to make sure. Yeah, remember. Disc 1, disc 2, disc 3. Let's have a look. What else we got in here? Demo. He's got on here, he's written, this fella's written, demo, skid marks, great game, underlined twice with an exclamation mark. Let me show that there. And here we are. Hilarious. And then a load of blanks. Oh, look at that. Brand newies. Not even opened. A big bunch of brand... I don't remember the bombs coming like that. Do you remember the bombs come in with that little... No entry. So it looks like unusable disc. Oh, he's marked that unusable disc. What do you reckon he had on that? Unusable disc. That's like, oh, I'll just write unusable disc on it so no one will use it. I won't use that one. But it's got me... and then workbench. Nanny, thanks for the follow. Right, I think we're done. What's that? A ball bearing random. And a ball bearing. But his name was obviously Neil. That was this guy's name. So, hey, Chuck Rock. Uncle Spur Sam's. Right, that's it. And we've got a World Cup game. So, that's everything out of there for now. So, hey, we know two things. We know that the guy that had this collection, his name is more than likely going to be Neil. The second thing is, I believe he might have lived in Southport because we've got some receipts of him buying games in Southport. The third thing is, he had a baby and the baby is going to be 35 years old now. So potentially, I could put a call out on social and go, I'm looking for a Neil that had a baby in 1990 and their child is now 35. Maybe. And then he comes knocking on my door and goes, I want my collection back. So maybe I won't bother. Right. Chaos Engine. We can start populating that massive box now. Christopher Brook, thank you for the follow, mate. Appreciate that. Guys, make sure you give my top gifters some love up here. Give them a follow, support the community. Can we get this to 25k? Have you got anything left? Tapping the screen. Can I find the person with skid marks 2? Skid marks 2? They did a sequel? Right. Right, Syndicate and Pinball, but we have that game twice. Weird. I reckon he's giving them away. I reckon that's what's happened. Right. So, that humongous Amiga box set is complete with the boxes. We're missing 2 games. But I already have the 2 games in all the other stuff. So I reckon he's given them away. He must have just given them games away. He's thought, I've already got the games. He's bought this pack and somehow acquired 2 more. But we could complete that. But that is flipping amazing. If that doesn't symbolise the 1990s, I don't know what does. It's absolutely awesome. I think I'm definitely going to keep that. I've never seen anything that big, but it's just pure nostalgia, isn't it? Gaming nostalgia. Right, we're getting to the end. Right, the next lot of stuff I've got to go through is this. I haven't been through this at all, and it looks like this is all the Atari stuff. Some of this stuff was labelled. Yeah, there you go. Atari games. So he's put all his Atari games in here. So let's see what we've got here. Robotron. Wow. Let's see what we've got. Oh, so there's a sticker. Also plays on the XE game system, XEXL computers. Robotron. We've got the XE there. I should turn that round so you can see it, eh? Look at that. Absolute beaut. Absolute beaut. What's in here then? You just don't play. Look at the game. Look at the game at the back of that. Look at that. Wow. Let's see what's in here, eh? Oh, wow. Look at that. How awesome is that? Wow. So I'll do a quick intro. Guys, if you've just joined in, I'm filming on TikTok. I'm also filming on YouTube, and this is a live broadcast on YouTube and TikTok. If you've just joined, I'm Dusty Cartridge. I'm a retro game collector, and this week I picked up a huge gaming collection off someone. If you've just joined this on YouTube and actually on TikTok, if you've just joined this on TikTok and you want to see the complete replay of this video and watch it over again, you'll be able to do that on YouTube. The YouTube video is public, so as soon as this live ends and YouTube gets updated, you'll be able to watch this full live stream on YouTube. It will be there, and then I'll clip some of this out for some individual videos. But if you do want to watch this full video again, you'll be able to watch that on YouTube. So there you go. Right, Robotron. Let's see what else we've got. I haven't been through this, so this is completely new for me. Let's have a look. Beam Rider 3D. A 3D adventurous game. Beam Rider. Wow. Can we get to 25k likes? And can we if you're watching, we've only got, I've got 50, it's dropped down actually, we were at about 100, 150, but at the time it's midday, people are moving off for the lunch. There's only 3 or 4 watching on YouTube. If you could just drop a comment on YouTube, show me some love, some hearts, let me know that you're watching and you're enjoying it, that would be great. And of course, we're streaming live on TikTok as well, so you can always go and follow me there and watch some of my streamings. But I'm a video game collector, retro game collector, and a thrifter, hunter, car booter. They call it all sorts now, don't they? But that's what we do. And I'm usually live at a car boot as well on a Sunday morning, but I decided to do this instead and have a lie-in, which was nice. There we go. So that's Beam Rider, Atari game. There we go. Sean, thank you for the support, mate. Appreciate that. DJ, no, I've got no site. This is all my full collection. This is my collection. So yeah, I probably will be moving some of this stuff on, but I'm going to sit on it for a bit. I'm going to enjoy it for a bit and then decide what I want to do with it, I think. There you go, look at that. Atari XE. Look at that. Oh, thank you. Richard Wenberg, watching from Stockholm on YouTube. Keep up the good content, mate. Richard, you absolute legend, thank you. Yeah, the YouTube footage is a bit of a slow burner. I've only started pushing YouTube over the past 2 months, really, and we're doing quite well. We're coming up to about 2,500 followers, but on TikTok, we've got about nearly 18,000 followers from the past 12 months. It's going really well, but thank you, Richard. Thank you for your comments, and I really appreciate the support. Thank you, mate. There's only a couple of people watching on YouTube, but we've got like 50 or 60 on TikTok, so I don't know. Is that normal for YouTube? Is YouTube not really a streaming platform? Is it normal to have kind of low view content? It's a bit of a weird time as well. It's midday. We had a massive drop off. We had over 100 about 10 minutes ago. We had a massive drop off. I think it's midday. People are kind of moving on with the day, aren't they, really? It's a bit of a weird time. But anyway, we will carry on going. Fight night. There you go. 20k Amanda, thank you. There we go, fight night. How are we liking that? Good question, Sonny. Do you regularly? I don't regularly play them, unfortunately. I don't have time to play them regularly. Do you know, the irony is I set up... how are we doing for battery there? We're doing all right. I set up Dusty Cartridge to play more games and to actually enjoy the collection. That was why I set up Dusty Cartridge and started doing this in kind of February last year. But I also really enjoy car booting and finding deals and doing that, and kind of, you know, I kind of went I was kind of semi-retired at the beginning of last year. I winding down one of my businesses, and I've still got stuff running in the background. So my plan was to do Dusty Cartridge and spend a bit more time gaming, but I seem to have turned the account into a charity shop, car boot hunting, thrifting, reselling type account, which I equally enjoy. And I enjoy finding the deals, finding the bargains. I enjoy the videos and the content and the community. So yeah, that was a long-winded explanation as to what's going on, but ultimately I started Dusty to play these games and actually try and get through them, but the account's evolved into this other type of beast that I'm now managing. But I equally enjoy, so it's, you know, it's one of those. I'd need to spend more time, but producing content and filming and coming up with the ideas is quite a labour-intensive job. It's not easy running an active account, an active social account, and when you're actively trying to grow it like me, and especially the YouTube footage, I'm trying to grow the YouTube footage. The YouTube videos take a long time. I did the auction video, and you know what? It took me nearly 2 days, the whole process. I was at the auction house, travelling to the auction house. I was at the auction house for about 3 hours and travelling back. So that was about 5 hours. The edit took a full day because it was about a 45-minute video. It's not quick. It's you know, managing and looking after social accounts is quite time consuming. Especially, it's only time consuming if you want to push it to the extent that I'm pushing it. I'm trying to grow them fast and grow them heavy, so I'm having to put a lot more time into it. But I do enjoy it at the same time. But yeah, again, long-winded explanation. I do want to play these more, but right now, I think once the accounts stabilise and get a bit more organic growth, I might be able to actually spend some time and enjoy some of these. But I equally enjoy collecting. We're male. Males are natural hoarders. This is what we do. Males buy stuff. We use it once. We put it on the shelf. We look at it and go, I'll use that one day. And then you never use it. But I enjoy the collecting side of it. I enjoy finding the bargains and the deals and negotiations. So I don't need to play the games to get the enjoyment out of it. I do enjoy the collecting and finding that one game that I've been after for a long time. And then just keeping it, you know, storing it and looking after it. And so I do enjoy the process. Sonny, you're right. I think it would be a good idea to kind of nominate maybe one day a week and go, right, one day a week, that's what I'm going to play. It's a good idea. I need to probably get a bit more structured like that, I would agree. Wow. Nanny Pat, 2 SNES games donated, 1 box game for our church online shop. Wow. Nanny Pat, you can send me a message on that. Let me take a look at it for you. That's amazing. Sonny, do you know what, Sonny? Maybe if you regularly, but gameplay accounts for the retro stuff have got an okay following. But if I'm being completely honest, they're not a growth account type of content. I've watched and there's lots of retro gamers that stream retro games, but they do not grow accounts incredibly fast unless you just hit something and it grows. I might get the odd follower, but if I'm being honest, they're not amazing for growth, for account growth. The SNES above your shelf, is that the OG SNES as well? There's quite a few. I've got, yeah, that's the SNES, and then behind it is the NES. That's the NES Action Pack. Collecting vintage because you won't find it again. Yeah, true. Will do. I bet Nanny Pat, yeah. I bet Nanny Pat. I have a few people in charity shops that hold stuff back for me and give me first dibs on it. Or just know that I'm a, game collector, so they like the stuff to go to someone that is going to actually look after it. But Nanny Pat, yeah, send me a message, Nanny Pat. I'd love to take a look at those games. It would, Sonny. Yeah, it would. I might do it a bit more on my YouTube account. The gaming content on YouTube, the retro gaming content, especially the retro gaming shorts. If you don't follow me on TikTok, please drop me a follow. I do. My content is a mix between car booting, thrifting, and gaming. I do try and do gaming, but I do find some amazing deals that I post about as well. But on YouTube, there is a lot of content on YouTube that I don't push on TikTok, and that's going to get more prevalent later this year because the two platforms perform slightly different. I've noticed that on YouTube, my retro gaming content, especially the retro gaming thrifting, really performs well on YouTube. And it performs well on TikTok, but it seems to do really well on YouTube. So there is a lot of content on my YouTube channel that I don't show on TikTok, and I'm talking to the YouTubers because right now I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on TikTok. On YouTube, there's a lot of content I don't. In fact, there's a load of content I don't push on YouTube that is on TikTok for various reasons. So if your best thing is to follow me on both platforms and you'll get to see all my content, but there will be more retro content on my YouTube, and I'm kind of thinking that's maybe where I'm going to port that content, to be honest. I will eventually port it over to YouTube, I think. Nice one. Okay. Wow, Shawnee, brilliant. That's good. I sell my stuff all over the place, buddy. So just keep up the good work. Keep finding them deals. Oh my God. Check that game out. I don't even want to say it. Look at that guy. Is that a real guy? Where is that guy right now? Where is that guy? What the hell? Look at this. Oh my God, legendary. Check that out. I'll do it over to YouTube. Look at that guy. What is going on? Where is that guy? Right, I'm going to do a video and I'm going to try and find the K guy. What is that? What a game. What does it say on the back? Look out below. Kaboo. I don't want to say the name. Winner of the 1982 Arcade Alley Award, Best Audio and Visual Effects. Larry Kaplan's classic bestseller has now been adapted for Atari. Wow. 1 or 2 players. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. See, this for me is the fun of collecting. It's just finding games like that you never even knew existed, and then I'm stood there thinking, where is that guy? Where is he? Where are you? Wow. Look at that. That's Minor, not Morris Minor. Minor, is that Morris Minor? No, it's not Morris Minor. Or is it? Is that the original Minor? 2049er. Minor. Who remembers Morris Minor? Do you remember Morris Minor? It kind of... Does that look... No, it's not. Morris Minor was more platform across. It wasn't. That looks a little bit like Donkey Kong, doesn't it? That's got Donkey Kong vibes. Original Donkey Kong vibes. That's what I'm thinking there. Hello, Deck, how you doing, buddy? Wow, Big 5 software. Got the game in there. Minor 2049er. Random. Look at that. There we go. Whoops. Yeah, doing all right, buddy. Do you remember that? That was a classic. This game. Do you remember this game? I don't remember it. It looks. I don't know. I kind of do remember it, but I don't remember it at the same time. I'd have to see it and see if it comes back into my memory. Look at the hang tab. Hang tab. I love hang tabs. They're so good. Robot. Yeah. Wow. Clamshells. So, old school. Worm in Paradise. I managed to pick up an N64 before. Wow, for 50 quid. Legend, mate. Where did you grab that from? I remember games from Audio Sounds. Yeah, exactly. So these are called, here's a little tip for you if you are doing a bit of reselling, game reselling. These are called clamshells. In the community, they're known as clamshell games. And some of the clamshell games, there is a big community collector, level 9 computing for the Atari. Look at that. And there are a lot of clamshell games that are worth quite a few quid. So with any Atari, Commodore or Spectrum great games, you should always make sure you check the game out, because there are some games that are worth 10 or 20 quid, even more. I've sold games for Pong for the Amiga. I remember getting Pong for the Amiga, and I think I got 80 quid for it. And that was just a single CD floppy Ocean game. But the clamshells can have good value. Mercenary. It's always definitely worth making sure that you check the games. Some of them are only worth 50p a pound each, so you're better off bundling all them together if you're selling them. But definitely worth checking individual games out. They can be worth a few quid. Mercenary. You bought it on eBay the other day. You bought an N64 on eBay with controllers and games for 50 quid, mate. That was an absolute steal. Well done. Missed out on a PS1 for 40. Oh, gutted. Yeah, that was a good deal, isn't it? Because like the games are worth 50p to a quid anyway, even just basic games. Absolutely buzzing when I said, do you have Kid Chameleon? I do have Kid Chameleon, yeah. I have it on the Mega Drive. JKLM Kid Chameleon. There you go. Kid Chameleon on the Mega Drive. Especially for Sean on TikTok. There you go, guys. Kid Chameleon. Right, what else have we got in here? Core blimey. Another, what's this one? Oh, wow. What is that? Hacker. You found your way in, but is there a way out? Activision Software. Hacker. Very good. With the little instruction manual. Is that Sean? Is that one of your favourite games? Is it? Happy to oblige. Happy to oblige. Right. What else have we got? Wow. God, there's a load of individual games here. There we go. This one is Star Raiders computer games. Wow. Wow. Guys, if you don't follow Dusty Cartridge, drop me a follow on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. We are live on YouTube and I'm also live on TikTok. If you don't follow Dusty, drop me a follow, and I'd love for you to follow me on YouTube as well, because you never know what's going to happen in the UK. What happened in the US? That feels like it's metal. No, it isn't. Oh no, that's weird. Do you know what my concern is? Do you think, well, what's happened in America will happen in the UK? I don't know. Governments are crazy, you know. Hopefully that's not going to start a chain effect, because who knows? Super buy. 50p discount. It's got the original price sticker on it. The Second City Mercenary, $5.95 to $5.50. Yeah. Sonny, I think Trump will reverse it. Look, think about it this way, right? If you had just come into power, and the previous government, you know, is it the government that's done it, or is it the, what do they call it? Not the politicians over there. The courts have ruled for, you know, what they've done. If you're the new president coming in, if you want to get everybody on side, what are you going to do? You're going to reinstate TikTok, aren't you? I mean, it makes complete sense. Why would you not want to do it to get millions, if not billions, of free votes? All you have to do as a president is get that lifted, and it's like literally a free ticket in 4 years' time. That's my opinion. So he's got to lift it, because I think it would be, not only would it be catastrophic, because I don't think a lot of people would not be happy about it, he's going to get a lot of people on his side. The Dreadnought Factor. Look at that. Do you know what always got me about 80s games? Is how the game never looked like that. At what point did an Atari game look like that? Jesus, you'd get done for false advertising nowadays. It's the courts, but the gov is allowed to overrule. Yeah, that was what I've... Nanny Pat, you absolute legend. Thank you, sweetheart. It's the courts, but the gov... yeah, it's the courts. Yeah, I couldn't get my words out. Do you know what it is? When I'm doing a live, and especially I'm doing 2 lives because I'm on YouTube as well. My brain... And I've learned to slow down a little bit now, which is why I kind of talk a little bit slower and kind of take my time with things, because my brain is just literally full. Because I'm thinking about what I'm doing next. I'm having conversations. I'm trying to think about what I'm trying to think about to reply, especially now doing YouTube. But there isn't that much going on YouTube. This is just a video to help kind of get the account moving a little bit better, really. But there's a lot going on in my head. So I've learned over the past 12 months, I've got to slow down, and it just helps me kind of access the memory a bit easier. But in some cases, I did know it was the Court Supreme. Yeah, that's right. And then he can overrule it. But sometimes it just takes a while for me to get to that folder. Yeah, exactly. Right, next game we found is Hawk. I'm not going to say the first word, but Hawk. There we go, for YouTube. So, for anybody that's just joined on TikTok, what are we doing right now? So, in the week, I got an amazing retro game pickup. The retro game pickup included, well, one Atari Lynx, but at the bottom is mine. An Atari Lynx with a load of games. The pickup also included, and this was, someone put this stuff aside for me. We got a boxed Amiga 600. We got an Atari 800 XL. Boy! We got an Atari XE video game station. Woo! And we got a load of Amiga games and more. There's more stuff. There's more stuff. There's more. Woo! So, Sean, you absolute legend, thank you. So, in this live, I've been going through everything that I got in that pickup. And we've been going through it together, and we've been enjoying it together. And that's kind of what I'm doing on this live. But I'm also a huge gaming collector. So, and this is only half my collection. I've got another side here and some more behind the Donkey Kong cabinet. So yeah, so I just thought, I'd open everything with the community, with the Dusty crew, and we can go through it all together. And this is what we're doing. So if you've just joined and you want to support Dusty, we're trying to get to 30k now. Tap the screen, see if we can get to 30k up here. So if you've got time and you've got a bit of energy, give us some taps, let's get some likes. Give my top gifters a follow. Amanda, you absolute legend. Sean, thanks for the roses and everything you've just sent. Give my top gifters some love. Tap the screen. We need to try and get to 30k, and I will continue working through this little pickup. River Raid, that's the next game we got. River Raid. There we go. Not to sound harsh. Not to sound too harsh, I need to buy a belt first. I do need to get a belt. You're 100% right. I got my belt out and I forgot to put it on before the live. I am in complete agreement. You're not wrong. Oh, Carleen, I know. I'm not too sure what I'm going to need to do. I think I might have to put some of this in storage, to be honest. You are right. I'm going to have a think about where everything is going. Ismail, thank you, mate. Yeah. I can afford all these games, but can't afford a belt. You're completely right. All right. Yeah, my pants do keep falling down when I bend over, which is why I'm pulling them up, because the last thing you need to see is my fat ass. But, you know, things happen. Whatever. It happens. Right. What we got here? That's a James Bond one. I was cleaning that and I didn't even realise what game it was. Shit, I didn't even know they brought that game out. That's James Bond on the Atari. What? James Bond 007, the Living Daylights game. Let's show YouTube. Can we see that? Wow. Wow. Davey Anderson, you legends. Thank you for the me heart, mate. Appreciate that. Sean, I think he's just having a bit of a laugh, to be honest with you. I'm not too offended. Thank you for the love though there, mate. I appreciate that. Oh, wow. Very cool. You've got me back. The Dusty crew have got my back. I love it. Thank you. There we go. I never knew they did a James Bond game. What is that about, yo? In the Living Daylights computer game. Sonny, I know I should find a Dusty game, shouldn't I? But how cool. I wonder how much that's worth. James Bond 007. Wow. Wow. Look at that. I'm just showing... I just think it's cool. Look at the graphics on that game. Amazing. Wow. Okay. No. It's the OG... The Living Daylights. I mean, the whole front of that looks like the poster cover. That's so cool. Wow. I'm pulling my pants up now. Right. Oh, yes. Absolute classic game. What do we have here? Ghostbusters. Amanda, you absolute legend. Nanny Pat with the ice cream. Thank you. Thank you. Give my top gifters some love. Give them some love. Give them a follow. Helping the Dusty crew. We are on the road to 30k. Can we get to 30k likes, you reckon? But there you go. Ghostbusters on the Atari. Right, what else do we have? What's this one? What did I do with that? Ah, I see. Right, what's this one? Last V8. Oh, the last V8. What a game. The last V8. I've never heard of that game before. The last V8. It's just a racing game. Just a typical racing game. For the last V8. Wow. No better game than GoldenEye and the N64. Yeah, Sean. I know, absolute classic. Yeah, I need it. If anyone's got a spare copy of GoldenEye on the N64, can you please let me know? I know it's not an expensive game to buy loose, but I need it. I've got an N64 up here. Right. We can see if I can see it. This is my Power Glove. Oh my God. This is one of the very first thing I bought, but you can see GoldenEye just up there. It's missing the box. It's actually missing the N64 box, so it's just got the GoldenEye sleeve on it, but I don't have the GoldenEye game. I know it's not an expensive game, but I haven't bought it because I just thought, you know, one day I will come across it and add it. But if anyone knows, or if you've got a spare copy, let me know. Maybe we could do a swap. A swap for a Dusty Cap. Right, that's the last V8. Look at that. £2.95. Kung Fu Master Legend game. Yeah, if you're Davey, if you're not tapping, yeah, we've not got many tappers in. Where are all my tappers? No napping, get tapping. Oh, love it, Nanny Pat. You have so much stuff. Ian the Great. Yeah, well, this is Dusty the Great. I love that. No napping, get tapping. Let's pin that, Nanny. I love that. There you go. Nanny Pat is telling you all to get tapping. You got to do what Nanny Pat says. Buy direct. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Oh, Sean, the fluffy penguin. I appreciate it. Cheers. The sleeve on the GoldenEye. I think the boxed GoldenEyes, what, they're worth 80 to 100 quid, are they? I'm not too sure, actually. Not looks. I bought that at a car boot, and I think I paid about 30 quid for it, but I bought it with a load of other stuff. Yeah, I bought it with a load of other stuff. It fired up and it works. And I'm pretty sure I sold the other stuff and it's paid for it, so it actually doesn't owe me anything, so that's a bit of a bonus really. But yeah, that you don't often get them at car boots. In fact, I'll tell you what it was, the story was, I remember now, the guy that was selling that had a little eBay reselling business and he just got bored of it and he had a load of stock, so he was just selling it off, probably making a few quid on it. So I got some amazing deals off him, and that was one of them. So it does happen. It does happen. Right, the last V8. What else have we got in here? Wow. Now then. Wow. This game could be worth quite a bit of money. I'm sure my mate's an absolute massive Bruce Lee fan. Is it? Oh no, is it on the PS1 I'm thinking of? The PS1 Bruce Lee game, that's worth... I'm sure I saw that in CEX and it was about 100, 150 quid. So maybe it's that I'm thinking of on the PS1. This is Bruce Lee. There's the Atari. This is Bruce Lee on the Atari. Look at that. Massive Bruce Lee community. I have to check that out, you know. That I don't know if that's worth a few quid. That actually might be worth a few quid. They did a game like Kung Fu, which I think was like meant to be the Bruce Lee game, but wasn't the Bruce Lee game. It was like the copy or something. I don't know. Interesting. That's one of the best XE games. What the Bruce Lee one is? Is it possible to use Mega Drive? Martin, good question. Martin's asking, is it possible to use Mega Drive on today's TVs? Yes, you can. All you need to do is see if you can get to a channel that you don't use. Most people have always kind of used channel 0. You just need to go into, you need to go and tune in, plug your Mega Drive on, plug it in, get it working, and then you need to go to the manual tuner and tune your channel in. Well, you need to find the frequency of the Mega Drive basically. So you're just basically going to manual tune mode to tune the channel in, and then just choose that channel and tune it in manually. There are some tutorials. There's a very good YouTube tutorial. It's about 10 or 15 years old on YouTube. It's a really old one, but yes, you can play it on there. And you just need to manually tune in. Now, there's a little tip for your Mega Drive, okay, that you need to be aware of. You need to make sure that your Mega Drive is not only working, because when you turn your Mega Drive on, the power light comes on, okay, which makes you think that it's working. However, with the Mega Drive, if you haven't put the game in correctly, or there's dirt on the game, or it hasn't loaded correctly, the Mega Drive will still look like it's on, but it will not play the game. So you'll be searching through the channels, looking for the game, and it'll go round and you'll think, oh, it's not found it. It's because it's not working. Now, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I'm pretty sure it won't find it, but actually thinking about it, it might find the channel, but I'm not 100% convinced. But the point I'm making is that even though the Mega Drive is on and you've got a game in, it might not be displaying on the TV. It's not like, it doesn't have like a holding page. It doesn't have like, you know, when you don't put a game in, it goes insert game. It doesn't have that on the Mega Drive. You've got to get a good connection with the game for it to display on the TV. So you've just got to be conscious about that if you're trying to tune a Mega Drive in. The Bruce Lee hasn't not got any value. It's not worth anything. The first, oh, Gaz, interesting. So with old cassettes, it depends if it's a first release label. Is that? Are you talking music? Are you talking music or games? Is it a little bit like vinyl? Is it like vinyl where it needs to be first presses? Elliot, have I scammed anyone recently? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? You mean have I paid anybody their asking price and then accepted the item? Well, interesting. But there's one way to deal with that. And there you go. I use a digital converter. Yeah. I don't use a digital converter for the Mega Drive stuff. That goes straight into the TV, to be honest with you. Old school. Oh, what? Bruce Lee is worth a few quid? No worries, Martin. Yeah. Stop. You can't be here, you've gone. You can't be here, you've gone. Oh my God, no, he's gone. Yeah, I got rid of him. Yeah, there's always one turnip, isn't there? People don't, I don't know, very small minority of people don't like you paying an asking price for something and it happens to be worth loads. If you're selling something and you haven't got the ability to search, or the patience or the time or the inclination to search for the item to see if it's actually worth anything before you sell it, it's hardly my problem, is it? So, there you go. Black Country Chad, thank you for the follow. There you go. So, manufactured in the UK under license from Datasoft. Printed in England. Unit 24, Tipton Trading Estates from Datasoft. Bruce Lee is a registered trademark of Linda Lee. That is correct. What do we have? No date on it. Doesn't look like there's a date on it. Anyway, there you go. Richard hasn't got a SCART connector. Black Country Chad, you absolute legend. Thank you for that. I thought, oh, 50. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. So what do you reckon? Yeah? Yeah, I think, well, there you go. One to make sure. This is what I'm saying about, do you know, you could probably make some decent money finding listings where people have just bundled like cassette games together because they've not done, you know, their research. A little bit like that idiot that came on the live before that was trolling me. Not too sure why I'm not too sure why it would be an issue paying someone something if it happens to be worth something more later on down the line. Then it's their fault for not really checking it out, is it? I mean, would you normally go to a car boot and go around and go, how much do you want for that? A £5? Well, do you know it's actually worth 50 quid on eBay? So I'll tell you what, I'll give you 40 quid for it instead. If they want to sell it for that price, then it's up to them, isn't it? Chess, basic game. Panther. Look at the panther at the top. I am good, Dust. I am good, thank you. Thank you for the heart meat. Thank you, sweetheart. Jealousy. Do you think it's jealousy? I remember playing Night Trap. Oh my God, Night Trap. I've got Night Trap, Martin. I have Night Trap. Oh, do I have it? I think I do. Jealousy. I don't know what it is. Jealousy. People genuinely think that if you buy something for a £5 and sell it for 50 quid or 100 quid, they instantly think you're ripping someone off. I don't know. So I think some people it's jealousy, and other people they're on this higher moral ground, which is just completely, you know, unrealised. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't bother me. I get it all the time. It doesn't faze me at all. Let me see if I can find... I'm sure I've got that game. I've got Sonic CD, Prince of Persia, Cobra, Wolf Child, Mortal Kombat, Races, Echo, Tomcat. I don't have it. And then the arcade. Have I got 2 arcade editions? Oh, I've got 2 of them. Why have I got 2 of them? Oh, I may as well get rid of one of them. Oh, I've got 2 arcade classics. I may as well keep them out and check them out. I may as well get rid of one of them. There's no point in having 2 of them. I haven't got it. I haven't got Night Trap. I'm sorry. I thought I had it. I don't know what's making me think that I had it. Maybe it was a game that I wanted. Maybe I should sell one of them and get Night Trap. But I thought I had it. I'm sorry. Yeah, Ghostbusters XE. Does it really? $2.99. Look at the price on that. Where is it there? $2.99. Crazy. Let's show YouTube. $2.99. Wow. Have you got Pikachu? Oh, I don't have one. No, Mark K, don't have one. I saw one in a place called Bygone Times and they wanted, I think, £500 for it. Yeah. And Dave's still got your Mega CD packed away. I got to be honest, I was never... I fired my Mega CD up and I played it a few times. I wasn't that fussed. I bought Jurassic Park on the Mega CD thinking it would be a really good game, and it was absolute crap, and I ended up selling it. It was that bad. I didn't even want to keep it in my collection because I thought I'm actually never ever going to play it ever again. But it was just a really rubbish game. There we go. And you've got the Pikachu, not boxed. Very good, mate. Nice collection. There's Panther. Look at that, Panther. Right, what else? There's not much left in here. Pole position. Well, that's on bloody nearly every single platform going, isn't there? Pole position. There we go. Right. So that's that. Okay. Where are we up to? There's not much left. Oh, there we go. We've got some controllers. Wow, there's a really little one there that I've not seen before. That's interesting. I had, what did I do with my cleaning cloths? There they are. Gary, thanks for the follow, mate. Yeah, they did pole position on quite a few different platforms. Yeah, Clock Tower. Yeah, Mark got Clock Tower. Yeah, but they're the NTSC version. I've got both of them. I've got a very good PS1 collection, to be honest. Clock Tower will be. I always lose the Clock Tower games because they're the thin. They are the thin. Oh, there we go. Why is it under? Oh, it's not under C. Why is it not under C? Yeah. So I got both the Clock Towers. We got Clock Tower 1 and Clock Tower 2. There you go for YouTube. And yeah. But they are the NTSC versions, so there you go. Right. Didn't go to Bolton, no, I'm doing this. First time watching today, that's a great man cave. It is, thank you. Yeah, there we go, this side's probably better. Yeah, it's about 8 years in the making, but I took quite a few years off over COVID. You know, when COVID and the prices of gaming just went through the roof and just people were paying way over the odds for stuff. I kind of pulled back. And it was just incredibly hard to get hold of anything as well because everyone was at home. You know, there was probably some amazing deals because people had the time. People had the time to sort through their house and get rid of stuff. I actually did get some amazing pickups from Marketplace during COVID, truth be told. In fact, that PS1 collection was partly one of the sets really that came out of that. I'm based in the Northwest. I take it's your retro collections. Yep, it's my retro collection for sure. So who remembers these? Look at that. And it works nice as well. Oh, it sounds... Who remembers that noise? What a great noise. Oh, that's bloody gorgeous, that. Wow. Martin, thank you for the follow, mate. Dad jokes. Yeah, I bet you did. They go for about 30 quid. I've had one before. I've sold one before. Yeah, you can get 30 quid for them. I'd probably ask for more. I'd probably ask more for that because actually, one, it's in really good condition and it sounds amazing. Mark, thanks for the follow. $30K Amanda, you absolute legend. Guys, make sure we give our top gifters some love. Give them a follow for supporting. That would be amazing. Thank you for that. Look at this little bad boy. That's called the Bug. Who remembers the Bug? Look at that for a controller. Wow. What is that? Mark K, you absolute legend. Thank you, mate. I appreciate the gifts. Look at that. Whoa, that's awesome. There we go. I need some, I'm sure I've got some, yeah. Alaki bands. This will make it easier. There we go. You legend, Mark. Thank you, pal. I appreciate that. Thank you for the gifts, mate. Martin, favourite system to play? It's a mix between Mega Drive, SNES, and the Game Boy. Just because you can put the game in and you fire it up and you're playing, aren't you? Within minutes. That's what I like about them, really. But good question. Favourite game system. What's your favourite game system, guys? What's yours? I'm gonna drop a comment and let me know. What would be your favourite system to play? Let me know. Let's see how many I've got. Yeah, Sonny, that's on my next purchase list. Mark, you buy and sell gaming stuff all the time and it ends up at CEX. Oh dear. Well, that's good, as long as you're making a bit of money. Yeah, I've got some Neo Geo games. I've got 3 Neo Geo games that I won at auction from a massive gaming collection that was up for auction. And there was 2 Neo Geos, or 2 or 3 Neo Geos in that collection for sale. I put a bid on, but I kind of bottled it at about £360, because at auction you have to pay another like 30%. So 350 quid becomes 450 quid. So. But I think now they're going for about 500, aren't they? I saw one on a Facebook group. I think they wanted 500 for it recently. And I was tempted to message the guy. I will pick one up at some point, and I'll have to just pay what I need to pay for it, I suppose. Sega for Amanda. Martin, do you know what? I bought a Philips CDI last year, middle of last year, a boxed one, original box with everything, with 2 controllers. It's got a hand proper controller and it's got the remote control with it. It came with the video card, and I got an extra video card off him, and I got about 15 games, including Seventh Door. Is it Seventh Door? Seventh Guest. Do you remember Seventh Guest? A PC game. I got about 15 games, 15 films, and all that, and I paid one. I think I paid him an extra 10 or 20 quid for the extra video card, but they're worth like 100, 150 quid. So I paid about 160, 170 for it all. And there's a Hulk Hogan game in there as well. And the Hulk Hogan game on its own is worth 30 or 40 quid for some random reason. I fired it up once to play it, but if I'm being honest, I only bought it for Seventh Guest, because I remember playing Seventh Guest when I was a kid with my dad on my dad's PC. But even so, 170 quid for everything I got was an absolute steal. And then what's best of all is I can't get them out at the moment. But I said, have you got anything else? Have you got anything else that you've got for sale? He said, well, we've had a big clear out. Come into the garage. I went into his garage, and he had some mid-19, no, they're probably not mid-90s, actually, it's 2010. I can't get them out because they're under my sofa here, but they were cube displays. There's like a Final Fantasy one and a few others. And I just saw them on the floor, and they were just advertising boards, and they're called cube or box displays. And it was one you'd have one there, one at the side, and it'd be hanging from the ceiling. And there was about 8 to 10 boards. They're about this big. In fact, to be honest with you, they're a tad smaller than that, but about that size. So I went into his garage and he said, so what are you doing with them? He said, oh, not much. What do you want? A £5. So I got them all for a £5. And then there was a Warhammer 4000 game there as well. So I said, what are you doing with that? He said, sell it, you can have it if you want. He said, you can have it for a tenner. So I went to go and collect the CDI and ended up walking out with another 150 quid worth of stuff for a tenner. I ended up selling the I sold the War Games 4000 thing because it's not my thing. Ended up getting about 120 quid for it, which virtually paid for the CDI. So the point I'm making is the CDI virtually owes me absolutely nothing after all that. But those are those rare finds, those rare times where you go and pick something up and then you say to the guy, don't suppose you've got anything else? And he goes, well, actually, yeah, I've got this. So I didn't know the War Game, the 4000, what's it called? I can't remember, what's it, not Warcraft, is it? I didn't know it was worth that much. I knew that they have value, but I didn't know it ended up being an old one. So yeah, that was a bit of a bonus. New to the channel, have been loving your car boot pickup videos. The Uncasual Gamer. Oh, you absolute legend, thank you. The YouTube live, guys, if you've just joined, and you guys know if you've been on here for a while, I'm actually filming live on YouTube at the same time as filming live on TikTok, but the Uncasual Gamer, I appreciate the love, thank you. The YouTube live's been quite quiet. People have dipped in and out of it all day, but the TikTok one normally have anything up to about 100, 120 people, 150 people in it, but I appreciate the love, mate. Yeah, it's been a little bit slow on there, and I appreciate you enjoying the videos. At the moment, we're unpacking a massive gaming collection. I bought a gaming collection, and we've been kind of going through it the past 2 hours. So anyway, that's the next Parker Super Cobra boxed Atari game that was part of that. There you go. You love Sega because of Sonic and Lemmings. Yeah, I have the full Sonic collection, actually. I have something very cool on Sega. I have a signed David Gutterberg. If you know who David Gutterberg is, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He drew the Sonic 2 graphics for all the advertising stuff, and this is a signed Gutteridge. It's Gutteridge, I think. It's Gutteridge, signed Gutteridge cover there, which is pretty cool. There you go for YouTube. There you go. Marvel versus Capcom. I don't think so. Trav, I did see your message, mate. Thank you. No car boot today. No car boot. Trav, are you the one that were you the one that was after the Pogue stuff? Those cards I had, because I thought it was someone else, and I messaged them. But now you've dropped in. Do you remember that stuff that I got priced up? That guy went through it all. The Pogue cards. There was some XLs or XEs in there. I don't know if it was you or someone else messaged me or commented on Instagram and said, oh, I'll have them if you don't want them. They're up on Vinted. Oh, yeah. They're up on Vinted. I thought it was you. And I thought it was someone else. They're on Vinted. I've just stuck them up for a tenner, so I don't know if you want them, mate. Only because you mentioned you might have them. Wow, that's got that CD's got mould on it. So that's the Golden Baton. Wow, Mr. Lignor, good for you, mate. Good for you. It sounds like a good price. How are we doing? Right. Oi! What is this? An Atari and invitation to programming. What is that? Writing programs 1 and 2. Wow. For the... Oh, Trav, wasn't that good? Oh, do you know what? Yeah, it was. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't amazing on Wednesday. Truth be told, it was one of the reasons why I wasn't that fussed about going today. Nanny Pat, the is that the stuff that begins with P? Yeah, Trav, I gotta be honest, mate. Have we met in person, buddy? Have we met in person? Is that why you messaged me this morning to see if you wanted to hook up though? We should hook up, mate. I didn't get back to you on that message, bud, because I was trying to get the YouTube live up and running, and I was struggling with the DJI. It kept on saying connecting, and then I had to watch some YouTube tutorials, so I needed to try and get this live because I just needed to crack on with it. Oh yeah, definitely next time, mate. Yeah, just ping me a message, mate, and I'll let you know. Absolutely. Oh, I got you, Nanny Pat. Yeah. Okay, I'll make sure I won't do that again. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah. Whoa. So this is an invitation to programming. I've never seen that before. Look at that. Require. You seen that? Required to work. Required to work a cassette player. Makes you laugh now, doesn't it? But them days it was like, oh yeah. It will do, mate. It will do, Trav. Don't like you mention it. Do they really? I try not to mention any brand names. Pokes are the worst. I've had quite a few for that. Right, there we go. Invitation. Oh, God. There is so much here. Right, what else have we got? What do you think's in here? Look at this. Star Raiders. This is what I like going through. I like going through all this stuff. All the old inserts for games. Interlude. Oh, he scanned that. Why has he done that? Oh, it's the instruction. Oh, look at that. The Bruce Lee. I don't know why he scanned that. Hint sheet. Mercenary escape from Tark. Hint sheet. That's what hint sheets used to be like. Float. Hello from Kent. Oh, you legend. Thank you, mate. Thank you. We are live on YouTube and TikTok at the same time right now. But yeah, thank you for dropping in, mate. I appreciate the love and the support. Hope you're doing well, mate. Thank you. The stuff there was overpriced. 2 people checking eBay prices, so just walked away. Okay. Yeah. Well, Wednesday at Bolton Car Boot was a little bit the same. There's another YouTube thrifter that I've actually never spoke to. I didn't know who he was, but it was someone else, another reseller mentioned him to me, and I was like, oh God, him, right? So I'll say hello to him next time I'm there. But I was waiting for his video to be uploaded from Bolton Car Boot to see what he bought, and he literally bought about 3 or 4 things, and it was quite dismal Wednesday. There was a lot of house removal stuff on Wednesday, and just a lot of tat and a lot of crap. I mean, you're okay if you wanted to dig through it. I actually got a few bits. I got a Game Boy. I got a Game Boy with no lens on it for a tenner, which was an absolute find, because all cleaned up. I've got a yellow one here. I've got this yellow one that needs to be, that I'm going to take apart and clean up. So I'm going to do them both at the same time. So that was actually a decent buy, but apparently he had loads of gaming stuff early doors in the morning. But from what I was told, people were waiting at like 8:30, 9 o'clock to get into Bolton Car Boot. So I got in there at about 9:45. and I wasn't planning on being that late, but my morning got a little bit delayed. But the point I'm saying is, if you're going to a car boot and you're going to the first car boot of the season, right, you need to get to that car boot half an hour before it opens, because I'm telling you now, if it's the first car boot that's been on for that specific location, there will be, all the resellers will be there first thing. So unless you get there half an hour before it opens and waits and then walks in when it opens, you're going to struggle getting some deals. And that's kind of, I think, what happened on Wednesday. And I kind of figured it would happen today as well. I don't know what time you got there, Trav, but it was one of the reasons why I didn't go, because I just did not want to get to Bolton Car Boot for like 4 or 5 in the morning today. I just didn't want to do it. So what is this? Central City. Look at that. Well, there's some cool bits and bobs and paperwork here that I probably really need to try and marry up with the games and stuff that we got. So there's one more game here, Joust. Look at that. Why were they so big? Look at how big these were. They were massive. Ooh, Atari XE price list. Bloody hell, look at that. Atari XE price list. Wow. Martin, hi from the Lake District, you legend. Mario, thanks for the follow. Whereabouts in the Lake District are you, mate? Only down the road, it's only a couple of hours away. Look at that. Who remembers getting your game list, right, and highlighting the games you wanted? Isn't that amazing? Let's see if he actually bought any of these games and do we have them. Archon, Ball Blazer, Battlezone. Battlezone's a good classic game. Blue Max, Caverns of Mars, Defender, Desert Falcon, Donkey Kong. We don't have Donkey Kong, but I have Donkey Kong somewhere. Oh, I have got it. I have got Donkey Kong. I've got the Donkey Kong. Well, I've got the Donkey Kong cab, and I've got the Donkey Kong Game and Watch boxed. Oh, here. Oh, I've got a few up here. Radar Lock. There's a few Atari games up here you can't see. Anyway, what else did he want? He wanted Dreadnought Factor, and Eastern Front. Oh, well, he's Robotron, Atari, he circled it. It's got all the prices. $11.95 for Robotron. Wow. Printers, Inkjet. The Canon PG-108OA inkjet printer. Oh my God. Right, let's do a test. Let's do a test. What's the date on this? Date, estimated release date. Oh, has it got a date on this? Got no date on it. It's got to be, what's it going to be? Mid-80s, late 80s? Right. Oh no, shit, it's got it, the Monday. We got the date. Monday, the 3rd of September, 1990. Let's do a test. Right. September 1990, Atari XE price list. How much was, drop a comment, let me know, how much was a Canon inkjet printer? And I've got the price here. How much do you think it was? Golden Axe was a beast, defo. I've got Golden Axe, yeah. Right, you drop your comments. How much was it? How much was it? What do you reckon the price is in here? Golden Axe. We've got the Japanese version, which is very cool, and then we have standard. Right, coming in slow. Phil, more like it. Right, I will not allow the suspense. Kieran, how you doing? £599 ex VAT. £688.85 for an inkjet printer. Do you want to know how much a Xerox colour inkjet printer was? £1,250, and including VAT, 1437, £1,500 in 1990 September for an inkjet printer. Wow. Wow. Do you know what, Trav? Oh my God, I mentioned it earlier on the live, and guess what? I'm getting loads of invitations. I remember going to see an XR2i for £1,500, so you are 100% right, boy. Yes, funny. £1,500, there you go. Yeah, I knew they were expensive. They were a few £100 for an inkjet printer, them days. You see, now time's different, because you know what they do now? They charge loads of money for the ink, and they charge next to nothing for the printer. And the reason why they do it is because they're not bothered about the hardware. The hardware is a loss-making product. They don't make any money from the printer. The money's in the repeatable ink that you buy for it. That's why printers now are 30, 40 quid, because they want you to get the printer so you buy the ink, and which is why you don't get a lot of ink when you buy one. There you go, Joust. Box. That's the problem with the Atari boxes. They never had very good inserts. They just had, it was just rubbish inside. When I say rubbish, I just mean there was nothing, there was no support for the box. So the boxes just always got crushed. Trav, yeah, a Final Fantasy. Not many Final Fantasy stuff, but I have got something very cool Final Fantasy. I've got PC box game, Final Fantasy. It's just missing this. They're missing the game, the actual floppies. And I was talking before about some cube box display, store display things, and I've got I think there's 1 or 2 Final Fantasy from 2009 or 2010 store display hanging cube box Final Fantasy display adverts. So yeah, so there's some cool Final Fantasy bits. So that's that game anyway. I think we're coming close. So that's a lot of stuff, isn't it? Next is the Atari 800 XL. That came as part of this bundle that we bought. Put your games, those little cartridges in there. Massive box, tiny cartridges. I know, Oates. Random. Isn't that random? Right. Okay. So this is just, dear oh dear. And this is coming to the end. Oh, look at that. Woo. Atari 1010 1010 cassette player. Never seen one of them before. That's the truth. Never seen one of them before. And I think that's it, guys. That's it. We've opened everything. The only thing we've not done is this bad boy. that is beautiful. Look at that. So maybe we open that on a separate live, and the Amiga 600 that we've got as well. We can open that on a separate live. Well, there we go. We are done. Well, thank you everybody for enjoying that live and being part of it. This is my first YouTube live, so hopefully at some point people will watch this on my channel. If you're watching on YouTube, because I'm doing a YouTube and a TikTok live, go and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And you guys on TikTok for supporting me on this live, thank you very much. That was a really good live, wasn't it? Hopefully you enjoyed that pickup. I'm absolutely made up with what I've got. There's some really amazing things that are gonna go in my collection. So I am absolutely, yeah, over the moon with what we've got here. So that's really good. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and I'm pretty sure you did. Thank you everybody for being part of that. Thank you to all the subs that are in here as well. If you want to support Dusty, you want to support this account and support the lives, then feel free to subscribe. If your subscription has run out, maybe renew it. If you want to be part of it and, you know, send me PMs and we can have chats kind of separately in the DMs, then, you know, feel free to subscribe and support the channel. Thank you everybody for all your gifts. The usual crew, thank you for my top gifters. Make sure you give them a follow and give them some support and love for supporting this live. Thank you very much. I'm going to say bye. I'm going to shoot off. I'm actually, yeah, really hungry, to be honest. And yeah, I'm going to grab something to eat. I'm going to clear up this mess, and that's it. Amanda, thank you for all your gifts. That's it. Thank you, everybody. Have an amazing Sunday, and I will catch you all